You get a lot of car for your money with the 2015 Hyundai Sonata. From the adaptive cruise control, sliding glass roof, and heated seats to the lane keep assist, the 2015 Sonata is loaded. But perhaps my favorite feature on the 2015 Sonata is not a single feature at all. It's the controls for what has become a rather sophisticated and luxurious car. Blissfully, the folks at Hyundai have not made the early 2000s mistake of thinking all we want is a touchscreen. Please, stop me if you've heard this before, but at 70 miles an hour, all glass feels the same. And voice controls don't work very well when you're not the only one in the car and someone else keeps interrupting you. Try getting a car full of people to be quiet so you can talk to your car without being rude. And forget rude. Try getting a car full of kids to be quiet for any reason. But while we're on the topic of voice commands, the Hyundai actually functions quite well with Siri. The entertainment system on the new Sonata also has a really cool feature. It automatically records an hour of each of your presets. That means it's sort of like a DVR. You can roll it back and hear what happened on any of your favorite stations over the past hour or so. So, if you're listening to a game or a newscast you really want to hear, but you get a phone call, you can rack it back and hear what you missed.
I think what excites me most is that we were able to use our premium products, Genesis in particular, as a test bed to develop technologies that are absolutely unheard of in a vehicle in this segment.
The 7th generation Hyundai also has BlueLink, which is the Korean manufacturer's version of GM's OnStar or BMW Assist or Lexus Enform. The telematics are not only a convenience, they're a great safety system. If I had a daughter, I don't think I'd want her driving a car without telematics. Maybe that sounds sexist, I don't know. I do know that people say they always have their cell phone, but you shouldn't be touching your phone while driving, and phones aren't necessarily accessible or charged during an emergency. And the better telematics systems have operators at the other end who will look things up for you remotely and program your navigation system. Remember, these systems see when you don't. So if it's foggy or snowing, the navigation system still knows that the exit's coming up. By the way, do you ever lean forward in the car to see a road sign as if that extra 3 inches is going to make it easier for you to see a highway sign that's half a mile away? Just wondering if I'm the only one. Luxury cars are usually the test bed for new technology. If it works in the expensive cars, it will eventually trickle down to the more plebeian models. Hyundai started its Smart Trunk on the Genesis. Now, the feature is on the Sonata. Basically, if you walk up to your locked Sonata, if you stand behind it for more than a few seconds, it'll automatically unlock the trunk. That's great, especially if your arms are full and your key is buried in one of the 78 pockets you're wearing or it's somewhere in your gym bag. According to Hyundai's marketing materials, the interior volume of the Sonata is much bigger than the Camry, Accord, or Altima, the trifecta of family sedans.
Sonata is classified as a large car, and everything else in the segment is classified as a mid-size car. We've got the largest interior volume of any of our competitors. So it looks like a small package because it's sleek, but it's actually the largest package in the segment.
The Sonata also allows the driver to adjust the steering effort. While many automotive journalists like to feel strong steering feedback, many real-world people would rather just drive with as little effort as possible. While the Sonata starts in the low 20s, our test car was the top-of-the-line limited version. The power comes from a 2.4-liter direct-injected 4-cylinder engine. That generates 185 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque. The Sonata is rated at 24 miles per gallon in the city and 35 on the highway. The 0 to 60 time on the 2015 Sonata Limited is 7.9 seconds according to Car and Driver. The base price for the 2015 Sonata Limited is $28,525. Options on our test car included smart cruise control with full stop and start, panoramic sunroof, rear seat vents, leather interior, and heated front and rear seats, and it came to $32,510. I'm Grant Winter reporting for Real World Test Drive.